want to make a really quick video on how you can possibly go viral and how you can possibly gain a whole lot of followers. So the first thing on my list, because I made a whole list, y'all. First thing on my list, clean your camera. Clean your camera. Blurry videos, that's the ones I skip the fastest. Lighting. Look, I got this little light right here. Got this from Best Buy. Turn that joke on. Lighting makes a whole difference. And I got this one off the TikTok shop. This was $25. The other one was $30. And, Jesus. That thing is serious. It'll blind you. But y'all see how much lighting makes a difference? Like, just those two little lights, turn them on. It makes a better quality video. And I'm going to talk fast because that's another thing. Talk fast. Oh, that was my next thing. Talk fast. As soon as you press start on the camera, start talking. Like, don't be like, well, hey, y'all. And is another thing. Sick of the ums. Get to the point. Hurry up. Hurry up. Like, say what you got to say. Spit it out. Like, talk fast, spit it out, and get straight to the point. And what I'm saying is a part of my nose. Don't be long-winded with what you got to say. Get to the point immediately and stop saying so much. That was my next thing. Get to the point. People will go around in circles before they tell you what the video is about. Just get to the point, because if you hurry up and get to the point, it'll make me stay longer watching your video. But if you start trying to talk and you dragging it out, skip. I done went past your video. I'm not even playing. Now, this is one thing that really, really works. Choose a trending topic. Let me tell you how one of my videos went viral. Well, two of them. I saw a trending topic and I made a video about it. And I used all the bells and whistles. I hashtagged it. So, because I know this is another key point. Okay, so I don't want to mention the girl name right now, but there was a girl that the whole video, the whole TikTok was against. Like, TikTok seems to hate this girl. And I understand. What I wanted to do, I wanted to say a prayer for the girl because the girl seems to know Christ. So I wanted to say a prayer for her. So I made a video, unbeknownst to me that it was going to go viral. I said a prayer for her because she was headed for self-destruction. And the whole internet was against her. So me just saying a prayer, I was not expecting that video to go viral at all. But I realized what I did on that video that made it go viral. And I did it unknowingly. I had put her name. So this is another thing you have to do. When you make a video, you want to type. So the girl's name was viral. Like, her name. Y'all probably know who she is. I put her name as a caption on my video. And then I drug the name down to the bottom and because this was steps that I was following somebody else telling me. You make the caption and then you drag it to the bottom. Don't delete it, but drag it to the bottom out the way. And then you make the same caption again and you leave it on the video. Let me show y'all what I mean really quick. And then you also put that same name in the title with your hashtags. So I want to hurry up. Let me turn this down. Jesus, I can't. I can pause it. You see how she has the title in her video? You take that title and drag it to the bottom till it disappears. And then you put that title back right there. And then you also, down here. I got to pause that. Dang it. I'm trying to eat. Y'all, I'm trying to. Grocery shopping. This is not working. Down here, put that same caption in your title before your hashtags. And then in the video itself, while we're making a video, say that title at least 3 times. I didn't realize I was doing this, but I remember someone telling me, put the name in the caption and slide it down. And then they said, make sure I put the name again in the caption and leave it. And put the name inside the title by the hashtags. And then the reason why I said the girl's name in the video 3 times, because I was making a video about her. So it just so happened that I said it 3 times. That video got me 800 and it's almost at 900K views. So you got to do those 3 things. That's definitely going to help. And then a lot of times, don't use a whole bunch of hashtags. You can use like one viral hashtag, and then the rest, try to use hashtags that don't got so many, I want to sneeze so bad. So like if the FYP hashtag, that got like 1.2 billion people using. Don't use that. You can use the one of those one time. The rest, make sure it's like 100K, in the K's, not in the billions and the millions. So anywho, so choose a trending topic. Literally trending topic. As soon as you hear something trending, make a video about it. Post at least one time a day. At least once a day. It doesn't matter what time. I don't get into the times of when I post. When my mind thinks about making a video, I go ahead and write it in my notes. And when I have time, I make the video. I wish I could post more than once a day. I feel like if you post 3 times a day, you really can go viral. But I just don't have that time. So I'm only posting once a day. After you post that video, pin that video, and then add that video to your story. So the second video I had that kind of went viral, well, this is like the 4th or 5th one that went viral. I realized once I start adding it to my story, mad people start commenting on it and sharing it and all that. So I'm like, okay, posting to your story actually works. So post it to your story. Turn on your closed captions. You know, while you talking and it's reading what it's writing what you say at the bottom of the screen. Let me tell you something about closed caption. And this is something I keep forgetting to do, but I realized I did it on one video and it worked. There are some people who are at work and they can't listen to your video, but they can watch it and they want to know what you're saying. So if you put the closed caption at the bottom, they will stay and watch the whole video because they can read it. Because some people have their volume turned down at work. So they look for videos that have closed caption. And they're going to watch those because they can't watch the other ones. I already said put the specific word in the caption. Hashtag it. Okay. And say something catchy at the beginning. Now, that's not something I do because I always have a story to tell. And I got the gift of gab. But I noticed that a person that says something catchy at the very beginning, they get my attention. I'll be like, huh? And then I'll start watching. And if they start talking fast and getting to the point, I'm going to keep watching. So say something catchy. That's some things that I've learned that can help you go viral, especially trending topics. And try to be the first one to get on that trending topic. Or if you see a topic and it might not have been trending, but it's very interesting, make a video about it and point people to where where you got that topic from. Like, what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name who married the white girl and she unalived him. And he said he'll rather hump a dog than a black person. That wasn't quite viral. But as soon as I saw that, that was an interesting topic. So I made a video about it. And it somewhat went viral, but it did get me some followers. And so even if you see a topic that's not viral, but you know it's very interesting, make a video about it. I promise you, if y'all do this, I don't know about that like it from the bottom up stuff. And I guess you should engage. But I'm finding out that I'm not saying this ain't working, but I engage a lot, a whole lot. And I don't see it making a difference. And I do the bottom up thing. I don't see that making a difference either. But I'm going to continue to do it. But I honestly don't see it making a difference. And leaving my TikTok open, I don't see that making a difference either. But the things that I spoke about earlier, I see those making a difference in my following. So still continue to engage from the bottom up. I don't know if that works or not, but still continue to do it. And definitely engage with people because you want to show that, okay, you're interested in their stuff too. You want them to be interested in yours. So go ahead and continue to engage. And that point system, I don't know about all that. I ain't seen none of that get me nowhere. Now, I will tell y'all, one of my videos went viral. I had 40K views. TikTok only paid me $20. Do with that what you will. I love y'all, and Jesus love y'all better. Bye. Y'all, I just want to make this video real quick. I'm not saying that, and I'm outside waiting on my bus. I'm not saying that I'm not the problem when it comes to my family. What I'm saying is, if I am the problem, okay, I understand that. But I had cut, dang, look at my bus. I had cut them off. And what I don't understand is, if I'm the problem, then why keep wanting me in your life. Let me be the problem. I done said apologies. I done forgave. I done let all that stuff go. I don't harbor any hatred in my heart. What I'm saying is, if I'm the problem, why not cut me off? Why am I the one trying to constantly cut them off? Why am I feeling like they the problem? Let me get on this bus, y'all. So y'all, let me just say this real quick about my family. And this is going to be it, because I'm really just going to cut them off for good this time. So growing up, they said I was spoiled. And then some of them said I was mean, I was evil. I don't remember myself ever being evil, but I do remember. Okay, so like, I just remember being mean to like my niece. Like my sisters and them. Honestly, y'all, I do not remember anything about my childhood. It was so traumatic. I just don't remember. But here's the thing. I'll take the blame for that. Say I was mean. Say I was evil when I was younger. I take the blame. I apologize. I have forgiven them for whatever they've done to me. But in our older age, once I turned 18, 19, once I turned 21, I literally had nothing to do with them. So I'm not understanding. If they're still holding on to things that I did before I turned 21, then okay, I understand why they hate me, why they want nothing to do with me. But after 21, I don't understand, because I got saved at 14. There are so many people that can vouch for me that I was the peacemaker. When I don't remember being such a bad kid younger, but I know when I got saved, because they hated me when I was younger. But when I got saved at 14, they hated me even more. I honestly feel like it's the Jesus in me that they hate. I don't think they hate me per se. I feel like it's Christ. But if you hate Christ, then you hate me. I've tried to go around them, and every time I go around them, I'm nothing but a big help to them. And for some reason, we always end up bickering and arguing for God knows what. It's almost like, okay, if I'm the problem, fine, I'll accept that if I'm the problem. And anything after age 21, I'll accept it if I'm the problem. But here's the thing. I have tried to cut them off. I literally want nothing to do with them. I moved away. We're from New York. I moved away. I live in North Carolina. I moved far from them. I do not call them. I don't ever pick up the phone to call them. I don't speak to them. I don't find no way to go through the family members to speak to them. I don't gossip about them. I don't get on the phone with nobody and mention them. I don't ever mention them on my channel. Y'all can go through all my videos, even my YouTube channel, my Facebook. I do not mention family. When I'm talking to people on a regular basis, I do not mention my family. I don't mention my mama, nobody. But every time I turn around, they are calling me or saying, oh, ask Dorothy to come do this. Because they know I'm going to come. I'm going to help them. If they call me and say they need help, I'm coming. The last time I went to New York to help, y'all, I don't even want to mention the stories and scenarios, because I don't want to sit up here and talk bad about my family when I prayed for them. So I really don't want to say bad things about them. I love them. I want them to be saved so they can make it into heaven. But I don't never want nothing to do with them. I'm not going to feel bad if any of them pass away. And I'm not being mean when I say that. I have nothing in me for them. So I'm not going to feel no type of way. And I don't care if they don't feel no type of way about me either. I literally want nothing to do with them. I'm not going to any funerals. I'm not going to any parties, any special events or nothing like that. I literally want them to forget I exist. That's how much hell I've been through dealing with them. To the point I'm ready to cut them off. Let me just say this, even with my mom. The last time we went to New York, because I hate talking bad about my mom, but it's almost like if I don't tell people the stories of what has happened, everybody's just going to want to blame me. And I'm fine. I will take the blame. Just leave me alone. I will take the blame. Say I'm evil. Say I'm mean. Say all that. Just please leave me alone. Please let me be. Please finally cut me off. Because when I cut them off, they will not cut me off. My mom lied on me. I mean, so many times to the point where she tries to get my children to think a certain way about me. And when my kids come to me, they like, Mommy, why is your family like that? My own kids, I do not put nothing bad in my kids' heads about my family. I let my kids go around my family, as crazy as that may sound, because I wanted them to get their own perception of my family. Because one of my kids, they treat really nice, and the other ones, they don't. My kids have taken themselves away from my family. Like, they want nothing to do with my family, and it has nothing to do with me. I still be trying to get us to go around my family, because the main thing my mama say, oh, well, this family, and they know that I love the Lord, so they will use Jesus against me. Oh, well, that's not what the Lord would want. And here I am like, well, maybe that's not what God would want. Let me just try this again. Yo, y'all, it's so bad. I'm gonna make this video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the video before this clip. I'm gonna ask my client, I took him around my family twice. I took him to New York. I'm just going to ask him, so what do you think about my family? Watch I know y'all seeing his reaction. Let me talk as if this is past tense. Y'all, because I'm going to put his video before this video, even though I'm making this video first. Y'all see his reaction. He don't never want to go around my family again. He don't want nothing to do with him. They manipulated him. They lied to him. They put him to work and didn't even pay him, but said they was going to pay him. He moved an apartment twice and got nothing out of it. Nothing. I had to pay him. My own client. He's autistic, by the way. So when I say I don't want nothing to do with my family, y'all pray that they please cut me off. I don't call them. I don't need nothing from them. When I was younger, I might have called them and needed their help. But in the past, about 15, 20 years, I have not needed them. In the past year, I have not called them or needed them. I think I called one of my sisters one time to ask her some insurance type questions, because I wanted to get my client some life insurance, and that was it. And I don't even know what made me call her, because I could have Googled it, but I just was like, I was feeling like, okay, let me just, like, I'm still trying to be nice. I'm trying to only have nice conversations. And I felt like, okay, this will be a way to like break the ice and not feel any type of way about each other. Let's just have a general conversation. And the conversation went well. But the stuff she says about me behind my back that gets back to me, it's like, wow, sis, I never did anything to you. So yeah, I don't know. I just know I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm cutting them off for good. Y'all ever experienced something traumatic and felt like if such and such was in place, this wouldn't have happened? Case in point, y'all know the man that started Alcoholics Anonymous was an alcoholic. That's why Alcoholics Anonymous was started. He was an alcoholic and he wanted help. He felt like if something like Alcoholics Anonymous was in place, he probably wouldn't have been an alcoholic, or like people before him would have had help being alcoholics, because it wasn't no Alcoholics Anonymous in place when he started the group. I was sitting here thinking like, okay, so like I want to start something that will help pregnant teen girls, because I feel like this thing that I want to start, I got a name for it and everything, y'all. This program that I want to start, I feel like if it was in place when I was a teenager, I wouldn't have been pregnant as a teen. I never had an abortion, but I wouldn't have had to think about wanting to have an abortion. And I know there's other little things in place that can probably help teens, not get pregnant, like birth control or whatever. But specifically what I have in mind, I know it will help teenage girls not be pregnant as a teen. And so I said all that to say this. Because I went through trauma. I was raped. That's how I became a pregnant teen. Now, I also have some things in mind that will probably help young girls not be in vulnerable situations, if that's the word I could use, to touched on without their permission. I feel like what I went through actually helped me. Well, I know what I went through actually helped me come up with the idea that I have. And I feel like that's my assignment here on earth. I feel like that's my calling, because growing up, after that happened to me, just me personally, I've helped so many young girls. But it wasn't like a program. It was just me doing it, out of the kindness of my heart. I've helped so many young girls avoid teenage pregnancy. So I said all that to say this. What if your assignment needs to be birthed out of that trauma that you went through? So if you ever sitting there wondering, like, what am I supposed to be doing? Or what is my calling? Or what is my assignment here on earth? Think about that trauma that you went through. And what could you have done to prevent it? Is there something that you can create or come up with or put in place that will possibly help someone else not go through what you went through? Time to take out the planners and the journals and get to writing a business plan. All right, y'all feel me? Y'all with me? Yeah, because I got mine. When I say I know what I want to do, I really need the money, and I promise you I will start it yesterday. And sometimes I feel like God is telling me to do it without the money, but it's like, I guess I need to have faith and just step out there and he'll provide, because I don't know how to start this without money. But something in me, well, I want to say the Holy Spirit in me is telling me, do it. But where do I start, Lord? So, yeah, and I haven't really fasted and prayed about how to go about this. So that's one thing I need to do. So if y'all got something on your mind that y'all want to get started, for some reason, I feel like God is saying, now's the time to start. It's either now or never. Get started. And if you don't know how, fast and pray. And I'm taking my own advice. Fast and pray so we can know what to do to get these businesses up and running, and that we can help people. Because I really, 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 well, everybody has the gift to help, but I know I really do have the gift to help. For real, for real. Anywho, that's my videos about today. I love y'all and Jesus. Love y'all better. Bye. D. Yeah. Come here real quick. My head look big on that wall. Look at my nose. Jesus. What's up? I gotta ask you a question on camera real quick.
Okay.
What you think about my family?
Lord have mercy. They are a trip.
Tell it. Do you want to go back and visit them?
Hell no. I'll be damned.
Not hell no. What you said?
Not what they just done to us. Oh, dude.
What they do to us, D?
Enslaved us. And why do you think I drink whiskey right now? Because of that.
I am done. Not they enslaved us. What they do to us? Because the people want to know why I don't want to have nothing to do with my family ever again. And I told them I took you to New York with me twice. What was your experience? Twice.
Oh, Lord have mercy. It's worse. They work us to death.
Did they pay you?
Hell no. All they do is just sit around lollygagging and flapping gums and twiddling their thumbs.
Did they lie on you?
More ways than one. And I caught them on one hell of a good lie. Whew.
Right.
But the one thing I realized on is that was the first one. The second one was quite a bit off the chain, though, when we was on the other side. I gotta admit, they sure know how to throw one hell of a party over there.
I'm gonna let you go stay with them for a week.
I'll be damned.
Y'all, what is some old sayings that you probably say that you picked up from older people, or that your parents or your grandparents used to say? Because while I was riding down the road with this lady, right, and she was like she was driving the speed limit, but I guess the speed limit nowadays is slow. And all the cars was like trying to pass her by and beeping their horns and whatnot. And she was like, well, if you're in a rush, you should have left yesterday. I thought that was so funny because I've never heard of that. And then I can't remember what I asked. I had asked her a question, and she was like, just as show as the road go by the church or something like that. And I was like, where are you getting this from? Those are like old sayings. So like, if y'all could sound off in the comments, what are some old sayings that y'all grandparents or great-grandparents or your parents or you say now? Because I clear for, and even clear for, oh my gosh, I get that from the older people. That is funny to me. Y'all sound off in the comments and tell me the old sayings y'all be saying or that y'all hear. Anywho, I love y'all and Jesus love y'all better. Bye. Y'all, I'm about to go get my toes done. This is me soaking my feet before getting my toes done. This is what my feet look like before getting my toes done. This was 3 months ago. Oh, this is my birthday outfit. And so I want my nails, well, my toes and my nails. Let me get my nails done next week, but my toes right now, I want it to match this. And even though I'm getting my toes done, I think those are going to be my birthday shoes. I don't know. My birthday is March 31st, y'all. I'm out here waiting on my bus, drinking my little breakfast drink. Headed to get my toes done. I'm here, Sunny Nails and Spa. Hello. Can I help you? Pedicure. Okay. Have a sit and set up the chair for you right now. Okay. Thank you. Oh, look at these crusty.
Phải không? Vậy sáng mai vậy anh luộc cho em đi.
Thì còn xưa là hãng luộc không mà phải con. Hồi xưa là hãng về nhà có bún bả.
Sớm em ổng đi làm hãng về sớm á. Em bỏ bó bún ra em nhờ ổng luộc giùm.
Mì tôi làm hết.
Ổng đọc trong cái gói đó, nó chỉ sao không làm.
Luộc con bún rồi mình biết mềm tới rồi biết liền bóp tay bóp cầm bóp tay.
Ổng luộc ngon hơn Tiên á, Tiên luộc lúc nào ổng đổ ra.
Không bị gãy luôn.
Tiên luộc là gãy nát hết.
Luộc xong xả lại 2-3 nước lạnh cho nó khỏi hao bột, xong để ráo khóc lên.
Birthday toes done, y'all. Don't that match my outfit perfect? Y'all don't be talking about my crusties. Okay. That is so perfect. What the heck going on? Y'all see all them birds in that tree? Making all that noise. What in the world? I'm scared to walk past. What is all them birds about? I gotta walk under these trees. Where they at? I'm scared. That's a whole lot of birds chirping. The birds chirping. Y'all, I'm so excited. I got my toes done. I'm about to go home and relax. Got my birthday toes done.